So, I think the last time I made a video it was Saturday night, and I had gone 3 days, not including Saturday, without a drink. I was very hyped, very motivated, really jazzed. And then, basically, as soon as I finished making the video on here, I received a text from a friend and asking what I was doing and inviting me to come out with a couple people. And I'd had kind of a shitty night. I was dealing with some personal issues, and so I thought, yeah, sure, what the hell. And I knew what I was getting myself into. It was 11:30 on a Saturday night, and I went out. And immediately upon arriving at their house, I was tempted, shall we say, as they were pouring themselves shots, and they were themselves inebriated. Despite wanting to join in on those shots, I let them know about what was going on in my life as far as not drinking, and a little bit of peer pressure aside, I managed to not, and which was made a lot easier pretty quickly by their horrified screams of agony and disgust at what they had just put into their mouth. So we then went to meet up with one of their friends at a bar that I'd never been to. We took a cab there, and upon getting there, I started to feel some of the social anxiety coming up, and sitting at a table with 5 other people that I don't know that well, four of whom I don't know at all, 2 of whom I know. That's 6, that's not 5. But, 4 of who I don't know at all I've just met, and then 2 who I know sort of well and I've known for a little while. And so I had 1 beer. And I guess I was kind of giving into the social anxiety that I was feeling. It wasn't, like, there was a big part of me that didn't want to have it, and then there was also a big part of me that did, and it did feel more social, and like I wasn't drinking it to get drunk. I wasn't, still at that point, wasn't planning on getting drunk. It was probably 11:30, 12 at that point, and it was late on a Saturday night. I'm also quite broke right now as I'm not working, so that helped out. But I had my beer. It was delicious. And then we split ways with the 4 people that I just met that night, and my 2 friends and I went to another bar. And they got drinks, I didn't. However, I had some sips of theirs. And then half an hour later, we went to one other bar, and after being there for about 15 minutes, not because I felt like I needed to, which was really cool, I just wanted to, I had 1 more beer. And so at that point, I had, I guess, a little bit of a buzz going on, but I was also fully aware of my thoughts and what was going on in my head. And while I did break the pact, whatever this is, I still felt like that was a success in a way, because I feel like I think I learned from that. So I didn't feel disappointed or upset in myself too much. Fast forward, Sunday, I had curling, and afterwards, it's a bit of a tradition to, all the teams go upstairs and have a drink. And so when I got up there, a team member said, "What do you want?" And I gave in right away, and I had 1 beer. That one felt a little bit more sticky because there's no social anxiety there. It was totally just me giving in to a urge. And it happened. It was Sunday. I'd just been curling. I did it. Then the next day, I had a training thing at work. It was like they brought a wine expert in and we had a wine and food tasting thing. And my plan going in was to not drink. And again, I gave in. And while it was only tester glasses, just small glasses with small amounts of wine in it, there was still 8 tester glasses with probably 2 to 3 ounces of wine in each. So I probably had, let's just overestimate and say 28 ounces of wine. 24. Gosh, my math is bad tonight. 24 ounces of wine. And I believe a glass is 5 or 6 ounces. I should know this because I'm in the service industry. So I had like 3 drinks that night, at least. Again, really bad math. 3 or 4 drinks, depending on how many ounces are in a glass of wine. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, no drinks. Super stoked about that. Wasn't difficult. Didn't want drinks. There was even a couple like beautiful days in there, and so it's really a lot of times a big urge to, on a beautiful day, go and sit on a patio or have a beer outside or like sit on the beach, something like that. Didn't have that urge. It was more like, go for a walk. It's beautiful out. Go sit on the beach. Go have a coffee. Go have a tea. So I was super stoked. Today, dun dun dun. I have a friend that I comes over and we jam on our guitars together. What we did before my trip is one of us would buy some beer. We'd sit around, have a couple beers, chat, play on the guitar a bit, and so he came over today, and I didn't say don't bring any beer. When he came with beer, I didn't say I'm not drinking. I just caved to unintentional peer pressure, I guess is what I'll call it. He wasn't intending to pressure me into anything. That's what we do, is he'd come over and we'd have some drinks, and I just didn't say anything or do anything. So I don't know. I feel okay about that one too. I don't really feel shitty about any of them because it's all still feels like a really learning experience. The only thing I feel shitty about is when I look at this calendar that I've made. March. And I look at the days, and I've written down on the days that I've had something to drink, I've written down what I drank. So in the beginning, it's just X's because I didn't have anything, and then it goes 2 beer, 1 beer. Should have like 2 pints. 1 pint is kind of what they were. I'm trying to write volumes as well. And then the Monday, the 8 taster glasses of wine. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, nothing. Friday, I had like approximately 2.5 cans of beer. So, again, maybe in the past when we were drinking, I might have been drinking the beers a lot faster, like not really savoring it. Today, I was drinking really slowly. I was way far behind. I had to catch up. And so it was cool still that I didn't feel like I was holding myself back. Just like he poured the beer, put it down, and I was just sitting and chatting and not like immediately like, I need to drink this beer. So even when I look at this and I feel a little bit down that there's out of 10 days, 4 of them have drinks on them, which is only slightly better than 50%. I still feel happy with how I'm doing because of even when I am drinking, how I'm feeling in regards to not wanting to just be pounding beers and getting drunk. Tonight, I kind of had a little bit of after my friend left, after we had beers, and then I was hanging out, I was doing some work here, and then I just, didn't feel, I was going to go to this kind of hippie sober dance party thing that I go to sometimes here. Just really fun, like great music, just kind of an alternative, something I remember maybe going to when I was growing up, and we go as a family, and there'd be just all different types of people. Anyway, I was going to go to that, and I really just felt like going out and having drinks. It was a beautiful day again. Some friends were messaging me that they were out in different patios or such, and so I reached out to a couple friends just to say, I feel like getting drunk tonight. Not trying to get them to go. These are friends that know what I'm doing. And I guess I didn't get huge amounts of support back, but I didn't ask for it. So I realized if I'm looking for support, rather than saying, oh, I'm having this urge, say I'm having this urge and I need some support, or I need help, or I need you to, remind me of what I'm doing and what I want here. Help me out a little bit. Because it can be very easy, I think, if I say I want to get drunk. Maybe they were suppressing the thought that they want to get drunk because they know what I'm going through, and as soon as I say I want to get drunk, they'll go, well, and they'll cave too. So it's important, I think, to make clear what it is my intention with saying that statement is, saying I want to get drunk. Because it could be taken in the wrong way. I guess one more thing is tomorrow I have a friend's birthday, and from the way that they've been talking leading up to this, and I haven't told this group of friends that I'm not drinking, this is curling people, and from the way that they've been talking about this, it sounds like they can party sometimes, and I'm, earlier in the week I was like, yeah, I can allow myself a couple drinks, I can have a good time. But now after, 10 days and 4 of them me drinking, I'm wondering where the line is and if there's a line, and if I'm just blurring this so much, or if, I don't know, or if it's new. It's been just over a week and I'm trying to do this for like 12 weeks. So I've got a long way to go. I'm questioning it so much. Do I just need to say no drinks tomorrow? And then I start thinking of all the explanations and peer pressure. I don't know. I think I'm going to journal about it in the morning, see how I feel, go with the flow, try and set up some goals tomorrow maybe. I have no idea so far. So I think that's it. I've been sitting a lot today on the couch, working. 13 minutes long. Time to go to bed.